Hello, everyone. I'm here with your monthly update for February. It's hard to believe how quickly the month of January flew by. There are several things I want to share with you from this past month and from the month ahead. First of all, I was able to make a trip in January to Harrisburg. I was able to have legislative meetings in preparation for our February 20th hearing. We were asked to share testimony in terms of the money we receive from the state and how the Budget Appropriations Committee views us. In these conversations, they reassured us that they were not asking for testimony because there were concerns of budgetary cuts, but rather they want an opportunity to highlight the programs and services our schools are providing. There are 4 chartered schools in Pennsylvania, 2 schools for the deaf and 2 schools for the blind. Dr. Steve Farmer from WPSD will represent the 2 deaf schools and the western part of the state, and Todd Reeves will represent the 2 blind schools and the eastern part of the state. The 2 of them will be seated at the table providing testimony, and I will be supporting them from the galley. Dr. Farmer and I will be working together to share information about the schools in advance of the testimony on February 20th. I also had an opportunity to meet with people from OVR. They provide different resources and information to the community regarding vocational services. Often the plans for our students are focused on them as adults and the end of their career as a high school student, and it's a very brief transition. It was a very good conversation and a very successful meeting, and I look forward to continued work with them. Later that day, I had an opportunity for Russell Goddard to visit our campus as well. He works with OVR as the statewide coordinator for deaf, deaf-blind, and hard of hearing students. His job is to oversee OVR counselors who work directly within that population. His visit to our campus was very productive because he was able to see our services, identify needs, and figure out ways he can continue to support us and work with the counselors that work within the community. Oftentimes what happens is students are focused on connecting with OVR services as they graduate and transition into the workforce or adulthood. We are hoping to get OVR involved with our students from a younger age, starting at the age of 14, so that their transition planning can be better established before they graduate. I also wanted to share an update more local to our school. We've had a long-standing partnership with the Germantown Friends School across the street, and they recently invited us to participate in a project with a group of their students. The purpose of this project is to identify a need in the area and figure out a way that we could support them. As a part of the Germantown community, PSD has a very long-standing history and presence, but the community itself isn't necessarily aware of us. The purpose of the project is to figure out ways for businesses in the area, like restaurants and stores, to adjust to become more deaf-friendly, including things like making their menus more visually accessible. GFS and PSD partnered for this project to help us think about ways the community can become more deaf-friendly, and the project is ongoing, so we look forward to being able to share additional updates as that develops. We had another visitor on campus, Jeffrey Willoughby. We were excited that he was able to come spend time with us from the Philadelphia Insurance Company where he works. The significance of having someone from the Philadelphia Insurance Companies visit us is that that is a company that used to be owned by Mr. McGuire, who is a very big supporter of our school. Mr. McGuire supports various students with his scholarships, and Jeffrey was one of the recipients of that scholarship and came to our school to talk to students about the value of education, and we hope that he will continue to spend time with us in the future. Now looking ahead, we are starting to prepare for the CEASD conference in 2020. The CEASD conference, as you may already know, hosts the conference every year in a different state. We put a bid in for it to be hosted in our city in 2020 and were able to win the bid. We started meeting with hotels in the city to have conversations about the appropriate venue and decided to go with the same conference hotel that hosted the NAD conference in 2010. I want to make the distinction, though, that the CEASD conference will be happening in April of 2020, whereas the alumni reunion and school bicentennial celebrations will be happening in June of 2020. They will both be collaborating in the process, but they are 2 distinct events. That was a lot for the month of January, but there's a lot coming up in February as well. The first event is tomorrow, which is our school homecoming. I hope that you'll be coming to support our teams and seeing the movie that is going to be screened on campus that night. It will be Heidi and Hetty, the Lost Sister. And Heidi is actually going to be our surprise guest and come to be with us for the screening. You can buy tickets online, but if you haven't had a chance to purchase the tickets in advance, come with cash and we will be able to set up a booth for you to buy tickets and enter the information online for you. Of course, the Super Bowl is also happening this weekend, and we are very excited about that. It's a thrill to have the Philadelphia Eagles be playing off against the New England Patriots. The Super Bowl is always exciting, but this year there's a special opportunity for us to enter into a challenge offered or extended by the Marie Phillips School at the Learning Center. If the Eagles win, they have challenged us that they will wear all of the Eagles' gear and sing the Eagles song. If, however, the Patriots win and we lose, then we have to wear the gear for the Patriots team and sing the Patriots or the Marie Phillips School student song. I'm looking forward to a good game, and of course, we hope the Eagles win so that they have to wear our Eagles gear. The next event I wanted to mention is a mayor's luncheon. There are several of us who will be attending in the city and meeting with other people from the mayor's office to talk about what's coming in the city, and we hope to have an opportunity to put our bicentennial celebration in 2020 on the mayor's radar. We're hoping he will plan to include us as a long-standing organization in the city. Of course, February 9th, we also have our annual spaghetti dinner and fundraiser, and we hope to see many of you there. Last but not least, we have 2 updates related to the ESDAA tournament coming up. Our boys will be playing at WPSD next weekend, February 9th to 11th. The ESDAA tournament for girls will be in Ohio the following weekend, February 16th, 17th, and 18th. Both of our teams are now playing in Division I. Last year, you may remember that our teams competed in Division II, but we've moved to Division I and expect to have a great tournament this year. I wish both teams the best of luck. That's all for this month. Take care.